smitten with my kitten. Aw, he's smitten with me. Oh, there's my button. It only took one try today. And right when I said try, the guy, he said it, keep my cheeks dry today. He said dry, and I said try. Blind melon, no rain. Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a yoga empath. I just like having these little conversations on the way I feel about things. I just locked my knee and my cat just walked by. Stanley, Stanley, Stanley. Cute as can be. I got loot yesterday. I got new loot. Somebody sent me DM sent me it's a star scope. It's a telescope. It's pretty cool.
It's a long distance.
It's pretty cool. I didn't read the specs on it. And I got a cool new rock. I love rocks. I joined a group on Facebook here recently called, I don't remember what it's called. Hope folks are doing. I'm hoping this is finding folks fine today. It's May 4th. May the force be with you. Zach, he didn't really rant like he did yesterday, but he did a live earlier today, and he was talking about that. He decodes this stuff. It's all by numbers. I hate math, but I like numbers. What's that group called? It's pretty cool so far. I keep, on the local paper, I keep making comments. Like, no more masks! Yeah. Let's see. It's the Teo's News. Whenever I always got something to say about something. I got a lot of life experience. I've been a lot of places. Now I don't know a lot of things. And the older I get, the more I know. Or the more I find out, the less I do know. Although, the data that I've gathered in my life is pretty substantial. It really is. Like the thumbnail. You know, just experiencing things in life. Now, I ain't spent a lot of time in Europe. That ain't a part of my storyline. But I've been roads all over the USA. Minus the eastern seaboard. But I did drive around a lot through got lost in Georgia. Georgia? We were looking for Mary Jane. Yeah. Anyway, that was back in like 95. That was an interesting trip with a bunch of people. That was peculiar. Anyway, the rock group. Where's the rock group? Well, I guess evidently I was talking to a fellow this morning, and they're these things. It's the New Mexico Rock Hounds is what it's called, and there are these things called Starbrights, I guess.
Star what?
They're called Starbrights.
Starbrights.
And they're kind of, because we started out talking because I like to do rock hunting and stuff. I have cool rocks in the yard, you know. There's one over there, it's pretty heavy, but since I've been working out, I might be able to roll it over. But, I've always liked rocks. There's a rock on our front porch just in the shape of a heart that I saw the top corner of it when we first moved to Project City. I was probably 5 or 6 years old, 7. And I dug it out. There's probably gold in it. That's probably why it's so heavy. You know what? There's probably a big old gold nugget in it. Because that thing is freaking heavy. And so we've carried that thing all the way.
And we'll continue.
And we will, yeah. And washer and dryers and, material stuff, that stuff don't go. But it's that stuff, man. That stuff that every time I look at it, it reminds me of that I've been a pretty tenacious human being my whole entire life. You know, I've had a pretty remarkable life, you know, and it ain't over yet. Yeah. So I just like to share my experience, my hopes, my strengths, my dreams, Mom's dreams. Because there's been points and times in my life where all I could do was dream and hope. Because we grew up poor. We were so poor growing up. And it was because we went without for so long that I was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. You know? And I screwed around a lot. I did. I screwed around a lot. I drank a lot in the early part of my life. I had a lot of pain and sorrow. You know? And that was my solution. And then that stopped working. So, and I never really, thank goodness, I never really liked, like, all those other drugs, you know, like pills and stuff like that. I never really liked the synthetic stuff. I believe in the power of the flower medicine. The flower power.
I've never heard that power of the flower.
It just rolled off my non-forked tongue. So, all along in this course of events that have happened through my life, one thing I've always acknowledged is the power of God that has carried us through it. Because Mom drilled that into my little weird kid head from the time I was a little weird kid. You know, always have faith in God. You know, well, she always allowed me to be in tune with my intuitive psychic side too, because you just couldn't deny it. She couldn't deny it. Other people have denied it. The other people just think I was a weirdo, but Mom embraced it and allowed me to be, you know, because she has always been intuitive. I get it from her, you know, and I'm seeing a lot of trendy. This stuff happens. There ain't no new on planet Earth. There really isn't. There's no new on planet Earth. They just keep recycling the same storylines over and over, and they just create new words, synonyms, you know, to act like they're coming up with something different, but they don't. And actually, this civilization, that's why it's in such high threat to be freaking wiped out, because it didn't advance. The greedy has prevailed for far too long. The greedy and the perverse. And these storylines are coming out more and more every day. Every day there's new stories about the greedy and the perverse. A lot of people are having their come to Jesus. They are. They're believing in something. People, it's one of my things I'm pretty redundant on this too. That's one of the things that I'm redundant on is people have to believe in something outside of themselves. And that's my tell is when they believe in something outside of themselves, a higher power. The one that I'm congruent with is the Holy Spirit, God. I was shopping around for a Bible today, an American New Standard is what Jesse recommends. And a fella's going to loan me what's it called? He has a Hebrew version of the Bible with the English translation. I'm like, that might be kind of cool too. And he has, what is that, the book, the Quran or whatever. People get into that. I'm ignorant, so I'm just trying to educate myself. So I'm not much of a reader because honestly it puts me to sleep. Reading puts me to sleep. It does. You know, I get too heady about it. Because anyway. So, I'm just trying to take this opportunity that life is quiet and nice and chill, you know, and I'm trying to expand who I am a little bit more. I hope I don't ever figure it out, because every day I wake up, I just try to be a little bit better than the version I was yesterday. And hopefully not as good as the version I'll be tomorrow. And it takes a lot of effort, because people see, because of a lot of stuff that happened in my history, you know, I have a lot of... They're resolved, but still the residual effects of traumatic events, you carry them your whole life. And people that don't have never had them, they don't understand. And they're not gonna. That's one of the reasons why I make my videos, because I'm for people that people don't really get. Because a lot of people don't really get me. You know? Everybody loves truth until I give them some of mine. Yeah. but that usually comes from people that don't have a spectrum that's very broad. Because I think about how many people I've known in my whole course of my life that I tell story, they tell stories about things that have happened in their life, and then I try and relate to them with one of mine, and I just get freaking blank deer blinks, slow blinks. I don't get a lot of callbacks. So, I'm seeing a lot of more new agey stuff and more retreat. There's retreats all over the place here. Retreat, come here and... I'm like, people don't even need to spend all that money. They don't. I'm spirituality for the poor. For people that don't have freaking tens of thousands of dollars to... Or, can leave their family in a way, or, I got to meditate today. Probably for an hour and a half, I probably meditated today. It was freaking... That was like the most solid meditate state I've had in a very long time. The thing of it is I kind of consider sleeping my meditate state, too. So I kind of meditate all night long. And I lucid dream. It's a trip in here. If I'm not careful, though, if I'm coming from ego, that's all I'm seeing. That's all that the world has always ever been to me. Is the differential between the people that are for everyone, or the people that are for themselves first. Yeah. It's always been my divisor. It's just another one of them. Oh, it's just another one of them, There's so much... There's plenty on this planet. There's plenty on this planet for everyone. Nobody should be in a bad way. It's the people on top that keep people in a bad way. Because they keep coming up with these rules and even all these like tiny home villages and stuff like that. They all have... You have to qualify. And you know what qualifying means? That means somebody's going to decide if you're good enough or not. That's what qualifying is. And all the pieces of paper and all the this and all the that has nothing to do with it. I didn't even know that people were prejudiced against me until like freaking 2 years ago. I just thought that, yeah. But people are ists. People are ists. ISTS. They're ists. Whatever the ists is, they have to determine for themselves. I used to be a homophobic homo. I hated the fact that I was gay. I hated it because life would have just been so much easier if I hadn't been. If I just would have freaking had any desire to freaking meet a dude, but any of that idea is just not for me. At all. And that's why I didn't like gay peoples, because I didn't like the gay in me. It wasn't them. They're just living their lives, It was me, and I hardly qualify anymore, because it's been so long since I've been in a relationship. I think the gay club might revoke my card. You have not been gay in 8 years. No, has it been that long? It's been a long time. Stupid. Anyway. Gay forgot! Gays forgot! I can't even listen to some of these chats. I get offended. I do. I get my feelings hurt when people start talking about, oh, God loves you anyway! I'm like, fuck. Dude, maybe if I wasn't raped as a 10-month-old baby, I would be a heterosexual. But that wasn't my case. Yeah. So, I offend people a lot. I do. I say things that people are like, oh my God, that's so crass. And what people don't understand is that I get equally offended at the behavior of these people. Like people like there was like what Tatos County came across my Instacrap feed today. And I said, no more masks. And then I said, it's more about the freedom to choose, you know? That's what these small towns, you know, it's they're all run by the same people. I'm like, every freaking town, dude. Every freaking town is always run by the same people. It's the greedy and the gross. Supposedly people can change their heart anytime. Supposedly they can, they will. Oh, I want to explain. A lot of people are having buffering and stuff like that. I figured out what happened. It's like my internet bill starts on the 24th, but the last 2 months, because they change things all the time, like the 4th, I run out of my 20 gig. They don't cap data though. That's what they say. Oh, no, we don't have data cap. That's exactly what they have. Cognitive dissonance. I'm like, dude, I've been in IT for years. I'm not an idiot. I know exactly how this works. So they're like, okay, well, they don't stop it per se, but they'll throttle it down so much. Like that's where a lot of buffering is. And if you notice, I don't know how many people even notice on their wireless connection, there's two of them. You have 2G and you have 5G. And when you have crap internet companies like mine, you only get 20 gigs. That 2G, if you're streaming and doing video and stuff, you're going to hit that in like 10 days. And then you have to buy tokens to get. I bought last month's like 30 extra gigs because I almost want to buy out of the contract. I almost do. But I think I'll wait until I pay a couple more months and then just like don't have as much to pay. Maybe I'll wait a little while, just a little while, because it's not practical. It's just stupid. But that's what they all do. They all do that. Some companies are better than others, but most companies just suck. Because everybody's about making a profit. Yeah. Everybody's about... Most everybody. I can't say everybody. Generalize, Marge. Speak in generalized terms. I try so hard. So, what else? I don't know what's going on in the main stage, really. It's hard to watch. It's just... I really don't know what's going on in the world right now. Not even on the social medias. There's like not a lot of activity from where I see. You know. I think maybe... I'm guessing maybe weather's nice in places, so maybe people are actually out having a life. That'd be rad. That'd be rad. I feel bad for these kids that it's like they missed like their senior year and they didn't get to go to prom and stuff like that. These kids tried to have a prom, I think, down in like, I don't know, it was El Paso or something like that, and they freaking shut it down. Nobody's having any fun. Nah. Miserable people want you to be like them. And every bureaucrat I've ever met is a miserable person. Yep. Bureaucrats. They're ruining the world. Hopefully they'll have a change of heart, though, a change of consciousness. And start saying, gee, all of the hogginess we're doing, there's really no reason for it. Maybe they should stop being such control freaks, you know? Try and find a God, higher power outside of yourself that you can have faith and believe in and trust, and then you don't have to worry about working for a company that you hate, that is against everything that you believe in and all that you are. Yeah. I feel pretty good about how things are going. I'm always a little skittish, though. Not even of the things that I can't see. That's not the stuff that scares me. Freaking... That stuff's easy. Rebuking spirits is easy. It's the people that like act like they're freaking your buddy, you know, and then freaking they're not. They're the because I've been duped before, and God teaches me lessons, you know, He does, and sometimes He puts people in my life just to see, you know, but. You win some, you lose some. What can you say? That's what life is all about. We're just spirits having a human experience. I'm just trying to get through my freaking incarnation without being one of those really angry, freaking pissed off, freaking mad, angry lesbians. I'm pretty handy, though. Yeah. There's too much good stuff, man. There's too much good stuff in the world. I just think about all the places that I've been, and God, even it's just like, I remember, I missed Nebraska thunderstorms. I really missed Nebraska thunderstorms. And then we had a thunderstorm here. And that was really cool. Now I don't have to miss them as much. You know, they scare me. Storms scare the heck out of me. You know, because they spin me up. Yeah. Yeah. I respect them just as much as I respect the ocean. Mother Nature has the power to... God has the power to do so much. And I think people limit themselves with the knowing or not knowing that, you know. They don't believe. And, I'm excited that more people are stepping into their belief system. Even if, you know, even if they're not for what I believe in, at least they're believing in something, you know? Right? Right? And as long as people don't go around freaking hurting other things and being gross and pervy and slutty and all that stuff, you know? This earth can clean up. It can. But first, people have to matter more than money. Until then, we're just going to keep getting what we